In 2024, the FIA World Endurance Championship moved up to a new level. Many believe this is now a platinum era of sports car racing. And that this would arguably be the greatest season so far in the competition's history. So let's see how it all unfolded. The race calendar for 2024 has seen a big shake-up. The season kicks off in unknown territory around the Lusail circuit in Qatar. With more manufacturers joining an already competitive hypercar grid, the action is sure to be intense. Even scoring points is going to be a major challenge. But it will be absolutely critical to do so consistently if any championship challenge is to be envisioned.
It's always nice to be the benchmark, and but at the same time, we saw last year already that there was a lot of teams out there that were making some really big improvements, and towards the end of the year, there's new drivers out there this year. We got to learn. If we have tough races, we have tough races. You've got to try and maximise the point scoring and think about the championship in the end.
The other big change for 2024 is the brand new LMGT3 class. This has already attracted a big grid with an impressive 18 cars from 9 different manufacturers. We are underway in Qatar. The lights are out. Michael Christensen's Porsche leads the field alongside Mike Conway in the black Toyota. But around the outside, Miguel Molina in the number 50 Ferrari from row 2 takes the lead in turn 1. And trouble behind, a spinning Peugeot. Looks like Paul di Resta is back underway. Looking back from our pole man, there's the Jota Porsche behind. And there's contact between the Cadillac and the Peugeot. And Paul di Resta gets spun out. There's our LMGT3 pole-sitting Corvette. Tom van Rompuy, though, down to second. Alex Malikin has gone by him. And here's how it happened. Oh, look, it got 3 wide as well. 777 black and green D-Station Aston looking for a piece of that action too. Riding with Peugeot's Nico Muller right up behind Miguel Molina, the race leader. Now here's a sentence you don't hear often. Peugeot challenging for the lead around the outside, still there. This is going to go really well. Nico Muller, what a pass, takes the lead away from Ferrari. Nico Muller, the race leader, in amongst the GT3 traffic. He's run out very wide though. Look on the inside. Through comes Lawrence Vantor. The Porsche number 6 squeezes through. Porsche Penske have the lead.
Information to pit lane. Car 5050 has a drive-through penalty for crossing the white line at pit end.
Stuck right at pit in, that's Rui Andrade. That's the pole-sitting Corvette in LMGT3. Now the crew can go and rescue it because he is effectively in the pit lane. It's a long, hot run though. There's Tom van Rompuy who put the car on pole. Tough break for the TF Sport crew. Replay of a little Porsche on Porsche action. Matt Campbell trying to go around the outside of Jenson Button, who just gives him a little nudge. Jenson Button in the Hertz Team Jota car. And Campbell this time cleaner on the inside and returns the favour. Takes 3rd place away from Jenson Button. 2 to go here in Qatar. The number 6 Porsche Penske Motorsport 963 leading comfortably. Peugeot in 2nd place. The last race with this car. No, hang on a minute. That's Jean-Eric Verne going very slowly in the Peugeot. Through has gone Hertz Team Jota. Through has gone the number 5 Porsche. With 2 laps to go, what's happened to the Peugeot? They can't believe it.
No power, no power.
Absolute heartbreak for Peugeot. The end of the road for the original car before the new one arrives in Imola. Checker flag awaits. The first win of the new season goes to the number 6 crew, Kevin Esch, Andre Lotterer and Lawrence Van Toor. Porsche Penske Motorsport strike hard and strike first in Qatar. Porsches sweep the podium and Porsche Penske Motorsport claims their first win in Hypercar.
I'm really pleased and happy where we end up today compared to where we started last year. It's quite an amazing jump, and yeah, thanks a lot to my teammates and to the whole Porsche Penske team.
It's a big day for Porsche. They claim the first ever victory in LMGT3 with car 92 from Manthey Pure Racing. The 2024 season is up and running, and it looks as though we're in for something very special indeed. Round 2, and it's another new track to the WEC, Imola in Italy. The Tifosi are out in force. But Ferrari is not the only big name in town. Italian MotoGP legend Valentino Rossi has switched from 2 wheels to 4, and he has joined the World Championship.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Ciao Anthony, come stai? All
Good
okay?
to see you, good to see you. Hey Tom, you alright? Good to see you. Awesome. You alright? Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, well, only half an hour after qualifying. What's your ambition for not just this race, but for your time in the World Endurance Championship?
You want to win.
Competition,
You
yeah.
want to win.
This is what I see already.
When we decided to race together with Vincent, I said to him, you think that I can arrive at the level of the pros? And he said to me, it's difficult. But for me, we can arrive there, very close. So the target is try to be like them.
What do you want from this championship though?
The target is try to win. Try step by step, try to arrive on the podium and after try to win. To race with the Hypercar is all the top guys. And I'm not fast as them. So I need to understand, to try the car, to understand, and if I'm able to improve, why not? For sure, is the MotoGP of the endurance. So everybody wants to race with the Hypercar at the end.
It's nearly 30 years to the day since the fateful San Marino Grand Prix, where Roland Ratzenberger and the great Ayrton Senna lost their lives. And this weekend at Imola, everybody paid their respects. Niklas Nielsen leads the Ferrari 1-2-3. Away we go in Imola. The number 50 car in front, Antonio Giovinazzi, the second red car, inside the yellow Ferrari of Robert Kubica, down to the Tamburello. They make it through. Oh, but there's trouble behind, look! 2 Alpines, a BMW, both Peugeots, I think. On board with Jean-Carl Vernet in the Isotta. Passes one Peugeot, the 2 BMWs in front. There was a lock-up contact with that Peugeot. With Mathieu Vaxivière in the Alpine. Oh, triple contact, 4 hits. Here's the green Lamborghini. Mirko Bortolotti around the outside of the Proton Porsche of Neil Gianni, up into 11th. 2x2 in LMGT3. James Cottium, the orange and black McLaren, down the inside of the Ford Mustang and Giorgio Roda, up to 6th. But here are the leaders. Alex Malikin, the winner in Qatar, Ahmed Al-Hati 2nd, and Darren Leung 3rd. And a big storm on its way towards Imola. What happened to Loic Duval? A big tyre explosion on the brand new Peugeot. See the rear wing. James Collado out of the pits, went in as the race leader in the 51 Ferrari under green, but now it's virtual safety car. Will that cost them?
The truck is starting to be damp in pit lane. We would consider boxing as early as possible, so just be ready, everybody.
We think the rain won't last. We think the rain won't last. So we need to survive by staying out.
Wow, look at this. Jean-Eric Verne, big drifting moment on his worn slick tyres. Everybody into the pit lane now. The rain has arrived. There were massive storms the day before the race. Are they going to be just as heavy? Toyota are being conservative, straight onto the wet weather tyre. All three Ferraris have stayed out. 50 and 51 are 1-2. The 83 car, the yellow Ferrari, is in third. Still on those dry weather tyres. Now they could be 0 or 0, depends on the weather. In come the Ferraris. The top two are in the pits. They tried to stay out, but the rain has beaten them. And this now is going to really torpedo their race chances. BMW lead battle in LMGT3. The black car, Maxime Martin, slides a little wide. Alongside him is his teammate Augusto Farfus. Different livery on the car, but they're run by the same WRT crew. And Farfus goes through to the lead, surviving on slick tyres, which the hypercars could not. Klaus Bachler in the Manthey Pure Racing Porsche, the early leader, but stopped for wet weather tyres. Now half a minute back nearly. Brendan Hartley under real pressure now for fourth place. The black Toyota number 8 slips a little wide and through goes Antonio Fuoco. Speed and strategy combined for Toyota. Kamui Kobayashi takes the checkered flag as they win in Imola. Ferrari gambled in the rain and lost. Toyota played it safe and came out on top.
Team made a great decision. Obviously, I had no mistake. Managed to be in the front. Thanks for the team and big support in Italy. I was appreciate, and of course these two guys made a solid job here. Fantastic, thank you.
Augusto Farfus takes the flag to win in LMGT3. A first victory for BMW and Team WRT. The first World Championship podium on 4 wheels for Valentino Rossi. His car finished second in the BMW 1-2. Round 3 and the mighty Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. And for the first time this year, the teams are on familiar ground. For the second time this season, the number 5 Porsche leads the field away. Fred Makovic under pressure though into the first corner right from the very start from Julian Andlauer in the white and red 99 Proton Porsche. He's alongside the Cadillac. 88,000 fans here at Spa watching this awesome start. A tight first corner hairpin, but they all made it through safely. Michael Christensen, third place Porsche, in the wall, the number 5 car, heavy left front damage. On board with the car that started from pole, this is Blanchimont, flat out. Oh, and he's over the curbs and can't hold it off the wall.
Are you okay, Michael? Yeah, I'm okay.
Here's the battle for second in LMGT3. This is Maurice Schuring, the Manthey EMA Porsche, the orange and black car, round the outside of the Iron Dames Lamborghini of Rahel Frey. Change of lead in LMGT3. It is the Manthey EMA Porsche now. Maurice Schuring ahead of the McLaren of Nico Costa. Whoa, Earl Bamber! And Sean Galeo's BMW. A huge accident on the Kemmel Straight. Well, both cars are wrecked. We could well have a safety car. I can't see any way we won't have a safety car. Look at the debris. Alex Lynn in the caddy garage. Looking back from Neil Jarney. And Bamber trying to go around him, but clips Sean Galel with the tail of the Cadillac. And a massive impact with the wall. The car flies through the air. Oh, that is good news. Sean Galel is okay out of the BMW. There's Sean's teammate Augusto Farfus and the team boss of WRT, Vincent Vos.
Earl, are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
At least he's okay, huh?
After nearly 2 hours of barrier repairs, we will go racing again in Spa. An hour and 44 minutes remained on the clock, and the light is good enough to allow the organisers to run the rest of the race. Everybody desperately low on fuel apart from Hertz Team Jota, the 6 Penske Porsche and the 36 Alpine that stopped just before the red flag. Leaders are in. 51 Ferrari, Alessandro Pierguidi can only take on 5 seconds of fuel because they're behind the safety car. They will need to pit again, so will anybody else who comes in now. 83's in. We go back to green. It's the Azotta that heads the queue ahead of the Alpine, but the 50 Ferrari, the race leader, almost everybody in Hypercar heading into the pit lane now for that desperately needed top-up of fuel, and that has totally changed the face of the race. There's Will Stevens in the number 12 Jota Team Garage. They lead. Kevin Escher, the number 6 Porsche, is close behind Callum Eilert. It is an all-Porsche battle for the lead here, and potentially for the win. Julian Andlauer down the inside of the 35 Alpine or Paul-Luc Chatin. The red and white Proton Porsche led the race early on. Andlauer determined to get that 7th place through side by side in Eau Rouge. Phenomenal stuff from Julian Andlauer. Let's take a look at that again. Side by side in Eau Rouge. Excellent work by both drivers. Final lap in LMGT3, and there's going to be a pass for the lead. Richard Leitz from Manthey EMA goes by the fuel-starved Manthey Pure Racing white and yellow Porsche. Hertz Team Jota debuted their first privateer Porsche here at Spa a year ago, and now they become the first privateer team to win outright in Hypercar. Will Stevens and Callum Eilert.
We got a little bit lucky today with the red flag, obviously, but you create your own luck in this game, and for the team, it's a great reward for all the hard work they put in, so couldn't be happier.
Porsche on top in LMGT3, a 1-2 for the Manthey team. Manthey EMA claim their first win of the season. But it's Hertz Team Jota that have written the big headlines and made their own little bit of history here today. Round 4 of the World Championship, it's the big one. The race where every driver wants their name on the trophy. The legendary 24 Hours of Le Mans. The great and the good of the motorsport world are all on hand to soak up the atmosphere in front of a crowd of almost 350,000 fans. As ever, the French tricolore arrives from the skies in style. It's a French football legend who receives the national colours, their World Cup winning captain Zinedine Zidane. He will wave away the cars to start this great race.
Under 1 minute to start the formation lap for the 92nd edition of the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
The tricolor waves and we are underway at Le Mans, and straight across the bows of Sebastian Bourdais' yellow-nosed Cadillac. Laurens Vanthoor, the pole sitter, leads them up into the Dunlop curve for the very first time. Ferrari around the outside, great move from Nick Nielsen, gets by Sebastian Bourdais for second, and the 51 car looks like it's going to come down the inside in the S's as well. Let's take a look back at the start. Sebastian Bourdais on the outside line up the hill, just being passed for second place by Niklas Nielsen. Lead battle, Niklas Nielsen on the outside of Laurens Vanthoor goes through into Indianapolis. Ferrari, last year's winners, lead here at Le Mans. Black Mustang and Dennis Olsen down the inside, a points leader, Alexander Malikin's Porsche for 7th. And the McLaren right behind, Mustangs coming on strong. Battle for second in LMP2 behind leader Louis Delatraz in the purple car. LMP2 part of the race here at Le Mans. It's midsummer, but it always rains at Le Mans. In the pits, Sebastian Buemi, Toyota number 8, from second place. And as they did at Imola, Toyota being cautious. As they did at Imola, Ferrari staying out, and so too at Porsche. And that's the number 6 car. Multiple Le Mans winner Andre Lotter going by Niklas Nielsen for the lead of the race. Ferrari F1 team boss Fred Vasseur watching from the pits, and this is Robert Kubica in the AF Corsa, privately entered Ferrari, moving up to second. So far the gamble on slicks is working, but the rain is growing more intense. Replay down at Arnage, 35 Alpine, flames and smoke, the end of the road for Ferdi Habsburg, a major engine catastrophe. Nico Lapierre, the 36 Alpine, back in the garage, and the engine cover is off. It looks like the same problem as the sister car. Not even 1/4 distance, and it seems that Alpine is out at Le Mans. Darkness falls, but close to midsummer, it will be a short night. Oh, drama for Dries van Tor. That's been a heavy impact, and that is down at the end of the Mulsanne straight. And that is the yellow Ferrari of Robert Kubica, who hits the BMW, passing him and fires him into the barriers at Mulsanne corner. On board with Van Tor. Oh, and that is a very hard impact with the barriers. That is the end of the road for the 15 BMW. A 30-second penalty for Ferrari driver Robert Kubica for causing that incident. They were in second place.
Safety car deployed. Safety car procedure has been deployed.
So the rain too heavy now to continue at full racing speed. We are back to racing after a long safety car overnight. This is our points leader in the garage in the LMGT3. Klaus Bachler has brought in the Manthey Pure Racing car. Now, is that a brake change or have they got a problem? Indianapolis, and that's a big crash.
Danny, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Here's what happened. Letting the hypercars through, got on the wet part of the track and completely out of control. Massive impact with the barriers. Been a change for the lead in LMGT3. There's Sean Gallane in the number 31 BMW, who was the LMGT3 leader. Ahead of him, the Manthey EMA Porsche, driven by Richard Leitz. Here's how the lead changed in LMP2. The Vector Sport car, Patrick Pilet under pressure from Clement Novalak in the yellow and green into Europol car, ran wide, lost the lead. Whoa, Brendan Hartley in the number 8 Toyota facing the wrong way, and that is at Mulsanne corner. Was that contact with Alessandro Pierguidi in the third place Ferrari? Let's take a look. Pierguidi on the inside, Hartley gets tagged, I think.
Car 51 has 5 seconds added to the next pit stop for a contact with car 8 at MP20.
After an incredibly tough 24 hours, the checkered flag awaits, and for the second year in a row, it will be Ferrari that wins in Hypercar. It is the number 50 car, Niklas Nielsen. Look, there's Antonio Fuoco and Miguel Molina there in tears, and now it's tears of jubilation. The number 50 Ferrari crew win the 24 hours of Le Mans.
We did it, mate! We did it! We won Le Mans again!
I think there is no word at the moment. It's just amazing, and all the team did an amazing job today, and we really deserve it. So thanks to all the guys, and we will enjoy it now.
Victory in LMP2 for the number 22 car from United Autosports. United win Le Mans again. Manthey EMA claim victory in LMGT3 for the very first time ever. Yasser Shaheen, Maurice Schuring and Richard Leitz, their second win is the biggest one of the year. What a moment for Ferrari's Niklas Nielsen, Miguel Molina and Antonio Fuoco, winners at Le Mans. For round 5, we return to Brazil. After a 10-year absence, there's a massive crowd on hand at the amazing Interlagos track in the heart of São Paulo. This historic venue is very special to at least one of our drivers. This is where Jenson Button clinched his Formula One World Championship back in 2009.
Hello, mate. You alright? Having fun out there? I am. Hello.
Hiya, nice to see you.
What's going on with you? You've never done a whole season of WEC? No. So, welcome. Thank you very much. Why now? Why has it taken so long?
One of the main reasons why I left F1 is because I just felt that I'd kind of learned all I could. And obviously when you're in a car that's not competitive, you want to go and do something else. But I've always thought of myself as a racing driver, a bit like yourself, rather than a Formula One driver.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go and do different things, and that was jumping in other stuff, which is great. I've done all that. For me, I had an option to go to race with a manufacturer, but I wanted to be in a team like this. Not because it's the underdog, even though it is kind of an underdog being a privateer, but because I like the way of working, and they're a pure out-and-out race.
They're real racers,
and they're tight as well.
Yeah,
really
and then
tight,
they have so much experience of endurance. When you look at the results at Le Mans, in LMP2, like always there at the end.
Yeah.
And, you know, most manufacturers can't say the same.
The 90th WEC race gets underway here. Great start from Mike Conway in Interlagos. Brendan Hartley on the outside. Monster lockup. Goes straight off onto the runoff area. He drops down the hill, rejoins in front, and just about tucks into second place. Wow, what a get out of jail free card here. That could have gone really badly wrong. Oh, there's trouble. That's our championship leader, Lawrence Vantor. What's happened here? Oh, contact with Will Stevens in the Jota Porsche.
Car 12 has a 30 seconds stop and go penalty for forcing car 6 out of the track.
That is really going to put a kink in the strategy for Jota's number 12 car. Lead battle in LMGT3, the pink Lamborghini of the Iron Dame, Sarah Bovey, the pole sitter leading, but around the outside, Alex Malikin. The 92 Porsche championship leaders cuts back on the inside, down the hill, and there's the change of lead. Battle for second place. There's the number 8 Toyota, Brendan Hartley, and down the inside comes the number 5 Porsche. Fred Makovici moves up. The number 7 Toyota still leads, but Porsche up to second. Fresher tyres on the number 5 Porsche gives Fred Makovici the grip he needs to go underneath Brendan Hartley's Toyota. Leader in the pits, Mike Conway handing over to Nick de Vries, but there's more going on here.
Radio loud and clear. We need to repair. We have a fuel problem.
Massive four-way battle for 5th in LMGT3. Ahmed Al-Hati for Team WRT in the BMW. It's the teenager Esteban Masson in the Lexus who's got the inside line as Al-Hati goes around right behind Rui Andrade's Corvette and Gregor Sosi in the number 59 McLaren. Whoa, and the BMW just clinging on there in the hands of Al-Hati. Jenson Button suiting up to take over from Oliver Rasmussen. Here is Rasmussen battling in the 38 Jota Porsche with Mikkel Jensen's Peugeot. And the new bewinged Peugeot showing good pace now. Problem for the Iron Dames. Out of second in LMGT3. Michel Gatting had just got into the car, but he's got a major fluid leak. The only luck they've had all year has been bad. LMGT3 leader in the pits. Driver change as well. That's Klaus Bachler getting in as Joel Sturm gets out. Having another strong race after their tough time at Le Mans. On board with our race leader, Ryo Hirakawa, in the number 8 Toyota. Inherited the lead, this car, after problems for the number 7 sister car, but they are going really well. Into the pits, Jenson Button, the 38 Jota car, to take a penalty, and that means he's lost 4th. And here comes Kamui Kobayashi in the number 7 Toyota, attacking Alessandro Pierguidi, sold in the dummy, down the inside for 4th place. What a move! Fantastic stuff. Jota's penalty almost certainly going to cost them a shot at a podium here in Brazil. Let's take a look again at that move by Kamui Kobayashi, down to turn 1. He'd sold the dummy, the Ferrari covered, and he squeezed through on the inside. Just brilliant racing. Checker flag is out in Sao Paulo. So are the Toyota flags to greet the number 8 machine. Sebastian Buemi takes the checkered flag. And that is the 5th different car to win in Hypercar this season.
I think we had a good weekend. Obviously, the 1-2 in qualifying and winning the race. It's only our first podium of the year for the number 8. So, but yeah, it was good to finally nail the weekend with no issues.
It's a second win of the season in LMGT3 for Manthey Pure Racing, their 4th podium, keeping them firmly in control of the championship. Win number 25 in WEC for Sebastian Buemi, more than any other driver. The number 8 car takes its first win of the season. In a season of debuts and returns, round 6 sees us back at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. It's an all-Ferrari front row here in Texas. Antonio Giovinazzi and Robert Kubica in the yellow car. Dark blue nose at the Caddy, Earl Bamber in 3rd as we get going. But look at the Ferrari on the inside. Miguel Molina down the inside of the Cadillac. Ferdy Habsburg runs out wide in the Alpine. He's 3rd, but the Ferrari is right in front and squeezes through as René Rast's BMW goes around the outside of the Alpine as well. A replay of this tight uphill first-hand hairpin. Ferraris go in 1, 2, 5, come out 1, 2, 3. And it's all action in LMGT3. Antonio Giovinazzi in the Ferrari facing the wrong way. He's already lost the lead to the yellow AF Corsa car. What happened? He's coming down the inside of the LMGT3 McLaren and the Peugeot and just gets pinched at the apex. So was he being too ambitious at the end of the back straight? Well, he tried to avoid contact, but spun it. 51 Ferrari into the pit lane. Looks like they've got a major issue with the car. Ferrari still 1-2, but 51 out of the hunt for now at least. Back to the battle, the second in LMGT3. Rahul Fry on the inside, Rui Andrade, contact. Bits coming off either the Corvette or the Lamborghini. And the Iron Dames Lambo goes back into the garage. More trouble for the Iron Dames. The Corvette is in the pit lane as well. They're going to try and take the front of it back together. Brilliant race for the heart of racing Aston Martin. Ian James started on pole, drove a fantastic early part of the race. Now Daniel Mancinelli takes up the running in the Aston Martin. Number 7, Toyota into the pits. Nick de Vries handing over to Kamui Kobayashi. Now it's a little early. Are they trying to undercut the race leaders? New medium tyres going on. Medium's going on to the Ferrari, but a hard right rear for Ye Yifei. Came in from the lead. Ye Yifei on cold tyres, heading out of the pit lane. And here comes the number 7 car, Kamui Kobayashi, heating the tyres now. The Toyota undercut has worked. They're in front of the car that was the race leader before those stops. And look at the speed difference. Even in the heat of Texas, it takes time to warm up those tyres. The team are delighted with that. Into the pits. This is drama for the number 8 Toyota. Left rear puncture for Sebastian Buemi. Our winners last time out in Brazil. Look at the damage.
Car 8 gets a 30-second stop-and-go penalty and 2 points added to the license for causing a collision.
And more trouble for Toyota, a drive-through penalty for not respecting yellow flags for the number 7 car. That's Kamui Kobayashi. He didn't slow under waved yellow flags where Paul di Resta's Peugeot had stopped on track. Accelerated past it before he got to green. That's a tough break for Toyota. Ferrari has not won in the WEC outside of Le Mans, but now that is rectified by the Privateer car as Robert Schwartzman takes the checkered flag. Robert Kubica, and there's Ye Yifei celebrating with the AF Corsa team. The first victory for a Privateer Ferrari hypercar in the heart of Texas.
We can be happy. I mean, it started well, it finished also even better, so we couldn't hope for a better Sunday.
The end of a masterclass in LMGT3 as the heart of racing, a US team, wins in Texas for Aston Martin, and it is the first car to win from pole. Delight for Ferrari's Privateer AF Corsa team, but a podium for Toyota means that they now move ahead of Porsche for the first time in the manufacturer's standings. For the 7th and penultimate round in the championship, we are back on familiar territory in the shadow of the majestic Mount Fuji here in Japan. Cadillac leads the field away as we go green in Fuji. Earl Bamber from the team's first pole position. Number 15 BMW Marco Wittmann inside Sebastian Buemi, who started on the outside of the front row of the grid. So it's Cadillac, BMW, Toyota, and then the number 6 Porsche challenging down the hill. Cadillac looking superb here, easing away from the chasing pack. With Loic Duval chasing Robert Kubica just out of the top 10. Kubica's yellow Ferrari down the inside into turn 1. Hits the 5. He's hit the Ferrari as well. There are BMWs off. Oh my goodness. Well, what a mistake by Kubica. Hits the Porsche, who hits the Ferrari. About half a dozen cars involved here.
Always the same.
Oh, nice, Kubica. Kubica in for his 30-second penalty. Change of lead in LMGT3. Tom van Rompuy in the Corvette, but look at Nico Costa went outside, inside to grab the lead in the McLaren. Battle for 6th place here. Arnaud Raban in the Lexus. Right behind him is Valentino Rossi down the inside. Around the outside goes Maurice Schuring in the Manthey EMA car as the Lexus runs out wide and loses all 3 places. Both Porsches and the BMW have gone by. That's a great move by Valentino Rossi. Piled on the pressure, got the rewards. Oh! Somebody's off. It's the number 5 Porsche and somebody's hit him. What's happened to Matt Campbell? It's Kobayashi, Kamui Kobayashi. So we're with Campbell coming out of turn 2, downhill, up towards turn 3. We've gone by, look in the mirror. There's Kobayashi behind. Campbell lifts, turns in. And there's a touch. And Kobayashi goes off and can't avoid hitting the spinning Porsche as well. Lots of damage to both cars.
Wasn't even close.
It was side by side, and we just committed together and turn 3. He don't let me space.
Disaster for the number 7 Toyota, and any hopes of their Drivers' Championship are now gone. Look at the damage, broken suspension as well. Another Porsche in trouble, that's Manthey EMA, the 91 car, second in the LMGT3 Championship. If they don't score here, their teammates who are leading the race could end up being champions. And it's contact with the Cadillac. LMGT3 lead battle, McLaren versus Ferrari. The silver Ferrari, Davide Rigon goes by Gregoire Sosi. Neither McLaren nor Ferrari have won this year. Right behind, the 92 Porsche, about half an hour away from being champions, but here comes Sosi, having a look back at the Ferrari. But Rigon in the silver car with the inside line at the hairpin, hangs on to the lead. Battle for 8th place in Hypercar, the damaged Cadillac of Earl Bamber with the dark blue nose, challenging the Alpine of Mick Schumacher. Trying to go around the outside. Oh, what a big moment. I don't know if there was contact, but there is now. Heavy hit with the barriers for Earl Bamber and the Cadillac. Well, there was an LMGT3 car in front, and Schumacher tried to come round it. Take a look again. There's the Aston. Schumacher goes wide, and Bamber, I don't think there was contact, but he's out on the dirty part of the track. Boom.
You just went wide, sorry.
We started.
He just ran me up high.
The Kiwi dragging what's left of the Caddy back to the pit lane, but that is where the pole sitters race finishes. Battle for the final podium spot. Norman Nato in the gold. Hertz Team Toyota Porsche runs a little wide, and Mick Schumacher in the Alpine through on the inside. They are in a podium position inside the final 10 minutes. With Mikkel Jensen in 5th, Norman Nato right in front. Down the inside goes to Peugeot. That's the best position for the new car this season. But Hertz Team Toyota focusing on finishing the race and winning the World Cup for privateer teams. Dries van Tor in the number 15 BMW heading on to the final lap in 2nd place. This will be their best result of the season. Cars that were lapped in the season opener in Qatar now on the podium. Kevin Estre heading out to the final corner towards the checkered flag. Victory for the second time this season for the number 6 Porsche Penske Motorsport 963, extending their points lead in drivers and manufacturers.
Checkered flag!
Hertz Team Toyota finished 5th and 6th, and they have taken the title in the FIA World Cup for Teams, the Privateers champions.
I think it's very great for us. I mean, for us to win and then to have my brother next to the podium is a pretty special weekend, which we'll remember for a long time.
The win in LMGT3 goes to the 54 Vista AF Corsa Ferrari. It's the crew's 3rd ever win, and all 3 of them have been here in Fuji. The crew of Manthey's Pure Racing Porsche become the 1st ever winners of the FIA Endurance Trophy for LMGT3 drivers. What a race again here in Fuji. At the end of a long and dramatic season, once again the finale is here in Bahrain. The final race will see the remaining championships decided. The 8 hours of Bahrain is underway, a Toyota qualifying lockout. Sebastian Buemi on the inside, right up against the white line, holding the lead from teammate Mike Conway. The Ferrari was trying to come through there. Look at this, jockeying for position. All bits in the air, somebody's had contact. And up into second place, the red Ferrari, that's Antonio Giovinazzi. Alongside the 50 Ferrari is the red and white Porsche car number 6, the championship leaders, still there on the outside of turn 6. Oh, and there's contact. The number 6 car goes off. Rejoins right in the back of Hypercar. Down into the first turn. Big bottleneck. Lots of argy-bargy in the midfield. This is the 50 Ferrari. Now, he had contact. Did he lose bodywork? Oh, the race leader, Sebastian Buemi. He spun. What's happened there at turn 1? Well, Buemi dropping down the order. Here he is in turn 1 in traffic. Oh, and there was contact from behind. Hiroshi Koizumi in the Corvette hit him. Approaching the midway of the 8 hours of Bahrain, sun is dropping and so are the track temperatures. On board with the number 6 Porsche of Kevin Escher, they had contact from the 50 Ferrari early on. They must keep their championship lead alive. They need to finish here. He's gone by the 83 AF Corsa Ferrari for 9th place. Nick de Vries bails out the number 7 Toyota. They've got another fuel pump issue and that has put them out of the Drivers' Championship. It could all be going to the number 6 Porsche. Lead battle in LMGT3 around the outside. Rahel Frey, the Swiss driver of the Iron Dames Lamborghini, trying to get inside the 27 Aston Martin, the Harter racing car. Didn't quite get through and got blocked and loses at least 1 place. 3 more LMGT3 cars right behind. And the Ferraris looking very strong. Look, they go around the outside of everyone. 1 on either side of the Aston Martin now as they come out of turn 4. The Ferraris have got the lead. And it looks like the Ferrari is the car of the moment on board with Rahel Frey. She's dropped down to 5th place in the queue. And Ferraris taking the lead and looking for 2nd place. The Harter Racing Aston led at the beginning of the lap. It's down to 3rd already. How tyres affect your race. Replay here of Niklas Nielsen in the 50 Ferrari trying to go by Charles Malaysi, who loses the Alpine and then clatters into the Ferrari. A puncture for Nielsen. The 50 crew now out of the driver's title race.
But you confirm, if we finish second, we lose. If we pass them, we win.
Confirm. Get in there, Seb.
Sebastian Buemi is keeping Toyota in the manufacturer's title hunt as he attacks the Porsche.
Car 6, 54, 92 and 99 have drive-thrus for full course yellow violations.
Despite the drive-through in the little inset picture, the number 6 car crew still lead the driver's title, but in the manufacturers, it's all down to this battle for the lead of the race, for the final win. Matt Campbell drifts out wide and Sebastian Buemi is through in the Toyota, and now Toyota are leading the manufacturers. Look at this, in fully lit. Oh, and a little bit of bumping as well to get through, but he made the pass stick. Last lap of the 8 hours, last lap of the season, Matt Campbell under pressure. Through comes Antonio Giovinazzi in the 51 Ferrari. He squeezes by for 2nd place. Matt Campbell down to 3rd in the Porsche Penske Motorsport number 5. And it will be Toyota's manufacturer's crown. The number 6 crew still leading the drivers' standings. Checker flag is out. Unbelievable resilience, speed and determination from Sebastian Buemi. Toyota win in Bahrain. They are the manufacturer's champions. Unbelievable scenes. What a turnaround. With their title rivals out of the hunt, the number 6 crew finish outside the points, but they are the drivers' champions. Crazy, crazy scenes. Toyota snatched the manufacturer's crown away from Porsche.
That meant a lot. We wanted to spoil the Porsche party, and we really had to fight for it this year to take that manufacturer's championship, and also for us to end with a victory. It feels good going into the winter break.
I
think all the job has been done before here today. I think we set the foundation from the first race, and yeah, of course, to be able to go as a world champion, it's always nice. But now I'm just happy that I'm world champion. You know?
Manthey Pure Racing had won the title last time out in Fuji, and their drivers Alexander Malikin, Joel Sturm and Klaus Bachler have claimed the driver's crown. But the final win in the inaugural LMGT3 season went to the 55 Vista Ferrari squad. It has been an incredible season in the FIA World Endurance Championship, with plot twists all the way into the final lap of the season. As ever, there was only one way to end the season, the now traditional beach party. And a last chance for everybody to enjoy themselves and to congratulate our champions and our winners. And then the plans will be drawn up for next year, where we will do it all over again.